Well, clouds are on the increase this early morning. More about that coming for you in just a moment.
Right now this morning, a major proposal aims to transform downtown La Crosse. Find out what's in the works and how soon the changes could come. And day 35 of the government shutdown approaching the longest in our nation's history. What lawmakers are doing to end it. Netflix's Monsters revisits Ed Gein's ties to a haunting La Crosse cold case. We unravel the mystery next. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Tuesday, November 4th, about 5:58 a.m. Hope your morning's off to a good start. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett in the Weather Center, tracking our forecast for us. They've still got some time to look at the moon. Still dark out there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, it's cloudy skies right now at the airport, somewhat reported right now, so it may be pretty much done now. Holding on to temperatures in the 30s and, of course, the 40s right now, so it's pretty comfortable for the kids heading to school eventually as we go into the next hour or two. We're also looking at cloudier skies for La Crosse, as I just mentioned, giving way to more sunshine, though, going to the mid-morning hours. Late morning hours, plenty of sunshine on the way for you. You'll also see how this all plays out for Eau Claire. You've got the cloudy skies lingering all the way into the mid-morning. Then eventually we'll see partly cloudy skies by 10 o'clock and mostly sunny skies getting into your noon hour. Holding on to this, though, as we finish out going into the day, you can see these clouds will come back again for the late day, and they'll linger getting into partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy skies later on tonight as well. We'll hold on to similar conditions for Eau Claire, but man, oh man, are they holding on to those mostly cloudy skies all the way by the 4 o'clock hour, possibly giving way to those cloudier skies lingering as we go through your evening commute as well and beyond. Holding on to high temperatures today, well, you're looking at upper 50s to the low 60s in your forecast, to possibly middle 60s. When I return, we'll take a look together and we'll show you how this all plays out, so stick around.
Thank you, Art. We're following some breaking news this morning. Former Vice President Dick Cheney has died at 84. His family announced that early this morning. They say he died from complications from pneumonia, heart disease, and vascular disease. Cheney served 2 terms as VP under George W. Bush. He was widely considered one of the architects of the Iraq War. CNN's Sunlan Sarfati has more on the life of Cheney.
Richard Bruce Cheney forged an identity as a no-nonsense, loyal gatekeeper for George W. Bush, through whom access and influence flowed.
I picked him because he's strong, he's steady, and he gets the job done.
Cheney was a seasoned Washington insider long before becoming vice president. He began his public service career in the Nixon administration and then became chief of staff for President Gerald Ford. In 1978, Cheney was elected to Congress from his home state of Wyoming. He spent a decade there until the first President Bush asked him to serve as Secretary of Defense. After President Bush lost re-election, Cheney became head of the oil services giant Halliburton. It was a job that kept him steeped in foreign policy, and later the job became a lightning rod for his critics. When George W. Bush secured the Republican nomination in 2000, he tasked Cheney with vetting candidates for vice president, but ultimately offered him the job. Cheney's health was a major concern. He'd had 3 mild heart attacks and a quadruple bypass before he was 50, and suffered another heart attack shortly after the 2000 election.
I've got a doctor that follows me around 24 hours a day that comes with a job as vice president.
His health continued to be an issue once he was out of office. In 2012, at the age of 71, Cheney underwent a heart transplant. In the Bush administration, Cheney was considered a hawk who was instrumental in the decision to invade Iraq. Cheney believed history would prove they made the right move.
What we did in Iraq and taking down Saddam Hussein was exactly the right thing to do.
During the second term of the Bush administration, Cheney would find himself at the center of controversy when his chief of staff, I. Scooter Libby, was sentenced to prison in connection with the leak of a CIA agent's name. The president commuted Libby's sentence but did not pardon him, a move sought by some conservatives. Late in his career, Cheney admitted he differed from many in his party on the issue of gay marriage.
As many of you know, one of my daughters is gay. I think people ought to be free to enter into any kind of union they wish.
In his 2011 memoir, Cheney accused Secretary of State Colin Powell of seeking to undermine President Bush by expressing doubts about the Iraq War. He also said Powell's successor, Condoleezza Rice, misled the president about negotiations with North Korea. Both have disputed the claims. Cheney had no interest in running for president after leaving office, but he continued to be an outspoken voice for the Republican Party. In Washington, I'm Sunlan Sarfati.
And closer to home this morning, a major development plan could transform downtown La Crosse, adding hundreds of new housing units and a public market. The proposal goes before a city committee today. Seth Padilla live at City Hall with the details for us. Good morning, Seth.
Good morning, Alexandra. J&A committee will meet today to discuss that proposal, and if it goes through, when they discuss it, it could mean some big changes for downtown La Crosse. The plan aims to revitalize vacant lots while enhancing existing businesses. It includes adding 500 new housing units and creating a public market near the Oktoberfest grounds. One official believes the additions would benefit the community.
If those things were added to the area, I don't think it would be some incredibly massive, terrible change in the character of our community. I think it would be a value add in a lot of ways.
The proposal also suggests aesthetic updates to the Oktoberfest grounds, a major tourism draw. Now, they will discuss it, but this is all still concepts. They will need permission from business owners to go through and move forward. Live at City Hall, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
All right, Seth, thank you for that update. More to come there. We'll keep you updated, of course. And on the national front this morning, President Trump says his administration will restart SNAP benefits for November at half the normal level as we take a live look at the White House this morning. This move taps into SNAP's $5 billion contingency fund, but the USDA warns some states may not see even partial benefits for weeks or months. Democrats argue the USDA has the authority to continue full SNAP payments during the shutdown.
The courts must make sure that full benefits are restored.
Cost over $9 billion to fund SNAP for a month, and we only have, I think it's $5.2 billion in the contingency fund. So you have a big shortfall.
The Senate is expected to vote for a 14th time today on a measure to reopen the government. If the government doesn't reopen today, the shutdown will become the longest in U.S. history. That gridlock comes as communities are trying to bridge the gap. News 8 Now's Allison Fergit takes a closer look at local opportunities to keep your family fed.
From chain stores to small family-owned spots, local businesses across the Coulee region are doing their part to help families impacted by the government shutdown. In Wisconsin, nearly 700,000 residents are waiting for food benefits to start up again.
We really just wanted to make sure that nobody went hungry during these uncertain times.
This week, all Hy-Vees will offer free meals to kids 12 and under between 4 and 7 p.m. The same meals will be available to everyone else for $3.
We're just trying to provide people one good option throughout the day to make sure that they have a meal in their bellies so they stay full.
For residents looking to help, Hy-Vee is offering meal bags people can purchase. Those will be donated directly to local food banks.
We're in business because this community is here and we want to support them however we can. And this was one small way that we thought that we could make a difference.
Over in Vernon County, the Viroqua Family Restaurant is offering free kids meals for those who need it.
Everybody's trying to help out, especially for kids that are affected. It's very sad. It's, you know, they're our future and you can't really learn on an empty stomach.
Adults can also ask for the Community Support Special, which is a full order of biscuits and gravy. Salou says the deal is a way to say thanks to the community that's always been there for them.
We feel very blessed to have a community that supports us and not only to have me be able to take care of my family, but all my employees here and to be able to give back. It feels very good.
One Viroqua area resident decided to have her birthday lunch at the Viroqua Family Restaurant to show support for the deal.
Our community always has been, you know, take care of the kids. And I think everybody's had times when we could use a little extra. So we'll be helping out where we can.
Now, there are a number of other organizations that are offering free meals throughout the week. We'll have information about those available on our website. Reporting in Viroqua, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now.
With those SNAP benefits in limbo, La Crosse County Health and Human Services looking for your help to keep their food drive stocked. That'll run through the end of the month. All donations will benefit the Hunger Task Force. They're asking especially for tuna, peanut butter, soup, canned fruit, and cereal. You can drop those items off at the Health and Human Services building on East Denton Street.
We know that people are struggling with food insecurity right now, especially with everything going on. And so we just wanted to let everyone know that we're supporting them and want to do what we can to help.
You can drop off food from 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. Monetary donations are also accepted. Today is election day for millions of Americans. Key races in New York City, New Jersey, and Virginia could be a bellwether for what to expect in next year's midterm. CBS's Jared Hill reports.
Did you vote yet?
Hours before Election Day, canvassers fanned across New York City's 5 boroughs for a mayoral race that's caught the nation's attention.
I'm really excited about Zoran.
Let us leave everything out there on the field, my friends. Let us do it together.
Zoran Mamdani, a 34-year-old Democratic socialist, is the front-runner. Republican Curtis Sliwa, a distant third in the polls, behind former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, a Democrat running as an independent. Monday night, President Trump officially endorsed Cuomo and threatened to pull federal funding from the city if Mamdani wins.
We need a mayor who can stand up to Donald Trump, who can get the funding that New York deserves.
The mayoral race here in New York City could prove to be a test for Democrats across the country. More than 700,000 people voted early. Across the river in New Jersey, the race for governor is tightening between Democratic Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill, a former Navy officer,
When we vote,
and Trump-backed Republican former State Assemblyman Jack Ciattarelli.
This election is all about change.
In several posts on social media, President Trump urged voters to vote Republican in New Jersey and Virginia, that state poised to elect its first woman governor in a race between former Democratic Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger and Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl-Sears.
Abigail is for nonsense, but I am for common sense.
In Virginia, we need a governor who will stand up against the chaos.
An off-year election that could give both parties a window into the future. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
President Trump has endorsed New Jersey's GOP gubernatorial candidate, but he has not done the same for Virginia's. The fate of La Crosse's Northside Library remains unknown. A public hearing will happen at 4 today at the Main Street Library. 2 options are on the table. Keep the main library and North Branch open, but eliminate some full-time positions and cut hours at both locations. The second is to close the North Branch, but expand main library hours. Minnesota House Speaker Lisa DeMuth announcing her bid for governor. The Republican presided over a divided legislature, negotiating a budget deal with Democrats. No Republican has won statewide office in Minnesota since 2006. Incumbent DFL Governor Tim Walz is seeking an unprecedented 3rd term. And Trempealeau County native Reynolds Tomter, the oldest known surviving World War II U.S. merchant Marine veteran, has died. He was 108. The Pigeon Falls man served as a ship's baker and gunner, making 5 Atlantic crossings despite constant U-boat threats. Tomter received the Congressional Gold Medal in 2021 for his service. Time now is 6:10. Still to come, the ongoing shutdown's heavy toll on airport workers. A major merger, Huggies meets Tylenol, and Oreo's big holiday surprise. And with the holidays approaching, we'll tell you how you can avoid overspending with some expert tips. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Holman Police have a new canine shelter thanks to the generosity of the La Crosse Area Builders Association. LABA members built and donated the $7,000 shelter, which will go in an officer's backyard for their canine. It is the second shelter the organization has gifted to Holman PD, helping support their growing canine program. As you start to wake up, we leave you with a quick wake-up call with Allegan, Michigan. This is home of the old iron bridge. You see it here, lit up green this morning. It was built in 1886. Every year, they hold an annual Bridge Fest. Stay with us. Your Morning Consumer News is next.
Furniture, decor, and more invites you to their Christmas open house November 7th through 9th. All seasonal and home decor. Buy 2, get 1 free. Furniture, decor, and more in Westby and Boscobel. Making homes beautiful at affordable prices. Stop in today.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
This right here is what the experts call a problem.
Today I'm lifting some sunken concrete.
So again, this is simply forming a new layer between the soil and the concrete, and it's expanding as we speak.
That's right.
That's moving.
It's moving.
Son of a gun.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
It's weirdly satisfying.
Isn't it? In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. Get crispy tacos for just $1.39 every Taco Tuesday, only at Taco John's.
Together, we're stronger.
Western works side by side with local employers to provide career-ready skills.
Together, we make a difference.
Western's 90-plus programs go hand in hand with today's job market.
Together, we're vital for our communities.
Our region's exceptional industries rely on Western grads. We're all in this together.
Together,
we are Western.
If you're not regularly treating your septic tank, you're risking a backup and significant repairs. Use Rid-X once a month. Simply add and flush to reduce monthly waste buildup by up to 20% and help prevent backups. Try Rid-X.
No need to wait for Black Friday. Shop early and save today at Fleet Farm's pre-Black Friday sale. Enjoy big savings like 25% off Tamarack footwear for the whole family. And get a jump on that wish list with 10% off all Melissa and Doug toys. Plus, get everyone's go-to portable buddy heater by Mr. Heater, now just $79.99. We're dropping new deals weekly to help you beat the holiday shopping rush at Fleet Farm. And check out all our hottest deals at fleetfarm.com.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Furniture, decor, and more invites you to their Christmas open house November 7th through 9th. All seasonal and home decor. Buy two, get one free. Furniture, decor, and more in Westby and Boscobel. Making homes beautiful at affordable prices. Stop in today.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A new Netflix series is shining a light on a decades-old lacrosse mystery. Season 2 of Monsters profiles Wisconsin serial killer Ed Gein, suggesting a possible link to the 1951 disappearance of 15-year-old Evelyn Hartley. So what really happened to the lacrosse teen? News 8 Now's Grace Monk investigates.
October 24th, 1953, La Crosse State College's football team defeats River Falls at their annual homecoming game. While most residents spent their night celebrating the win, police were starting to investigate an abduction that would terrorize the city for decades. 15-year-old Evelyn Hartley was the kind of teenager every parent wanted to have.
Very intellectual, very kind, very sweet. I mean, she just seemed like she shined throughout high school. I think anybody would tell you that.
Like many of her Central High classmates, Hartley was babysitting on October 24th, 1953.
Well, we had no worries at all. It was just, this is what we did, and it was safe.
Hartley was babysitting for her father's colleague, a man named Viggo Rasmussen. Hartley's parents were expecting a routine phone call from their daughter around 8:30 p.m. But that night, the phone never rang. By 9 p.m., the Hartleys made their way over to the home on Heschler Drive.
The lights were on, they could hear music playing from the inside, the doors were locked. But Evelyn was not answering the phone, she was not answering a door knock.
Hartley's father entered the home through a basement window. Inside, Hartley's shoes, glasses, and the Rasmussen's one-year-old baby sleeping peacefully. But his daughter was nowhere to be found. As police started to arrive on scene, word of a missing babysitter slowly made its way across town.
They heard some dialogue circulating at halftime about something happened out near Heschler Drive. So they left the game.
Jim Elliott and his two siblings lived down the street from the Rasmussen home.
When they got back, the Heschler Drive had been cordoned off. My dad stopped and said, "There's something going on?" And I said, "Well, there's been an incident down there."
Police found pry marks on windows and a trail of blood that started at the basement and ended on Cooley Drive.
I remember going around the back side. There was a yellow house, and there was blood on the wall.
With little evidence to work with, police decided to cover as much ground as they could.
Everything from search your garages, search your outbuildings, search your basements to see if they have broken in and left a body there.
Gas station attendants were asked to look inside of cars, and boys at Central High School were given lie detector tests. The search led police to a pair of sneakers that matched footprints left at the crime scene and a denim jacket located on Highway 14 near Coon Valley, both covered in blood that matched Hartley's type.
The tennis shoes and the jacket actually started traveling around to neighboring communities. Have a look closely at these things. Do you recognize them?
Like every other lead, the items were a dead end. Police continued to investigate, but still no sign of Hartley or her abductor. Fear started growing across the city.
The whole community was shocked that this could happen here.
Residents put bars on their windows and stopped hiring babysitters.
We didn't leave. When it got dark, we were inside because we just never knew.
The case grew cold until 1957 when police learned of a promising suspect, killer and serial grave robber Ed Gein.
He was actually born here. He grew up here, lived here till he was about 10 years old. He and his family moved to Plainfield.
La Crosse detectives went to Plainfield to interview Gein, only to find that he wasn't in La Crosse that night and that Hartley didn't match his MO.
He was cleared of that pretty quickly.
For decades, police continued to receive tips and confessions that led them nowhere. The last break came in 2004 when a tape recording from 1969 was given to police. On that tape, a man confessing his involvement in Hartley's disappearance, claiming she was buried in Lafarge.
Police did investigate that lead, but no further developments have ever been reported about that.
Hartley's disappearance is still a mystery to this day, and it's one that continues to haunt the people who lived through it.
For me, it has still lasted. I've never lived alone. That fear has never left me.
The La Crosse Police Department declined our request for an interview, but said they continue to follow up on leads. Anyone with tips or information about Hartley's disappearance can contact the La Crosse Police Department. Reporting in studio, Grace Monk, News 8 Now This Morning.
In our morning consumer news, over the weekend, air traffic control staffing shortages amid the shutdown reaching their worst levels yet. The FAA reporting 98 incidents from Friday to Sunday of controllers rerouting planes and delaying flights. On Halloween, controller callouts strained staffing at half of the nation's largest airports. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy blaming sick outs and protest, and controllers taking time off for second jobs. The shutdown leaving them without pay since October 1st. In a nearly $50 billion deal, Huggies maker Kimberly-Clark is buying Kenvue, the parent company of Tylenol. The merger brings together 10 major brands, including Kleenex, Band-Aid, and Listerine. Kimberly-Clark shareholders will own 54% of the combined company, with Kenvue shareholders holding the rest. The deal comes after President Trump made unfounded claims linking Tylenol use during pregnancy to autism. HHS Secretary RFK Jr. walked back those claims last week. Just in time for Thanksgiving, Oreo is launching 6 new holiday-themed flavors, including turkey stuffing, sweet potato, and cream corn. For those with a sweeter tooth, there's caramel apple pie, pumpkin pie, and cranberry sauce. The limited edition flavors come in an Oreo-shaped tin with 2 of each flavor. Staying within your budget during the holidays can be tough. According to a recent survey, more than 1 in 4 shoppers may take on debt this gift buying season. Michael Yoshida has some financial pitfalls you should avoid.
'Tis the season when gift giving can take over our lives. But with many Americans still worried about rising costs, resale or secondhand shopping is becoming a more popular way for finding value and meaning in gifts.
What we're finding is that consumers are ready to spend nearly 40% of their holiday budgets on secondhand, which is up significantly from last year.
Alon Rotem of ThreadUp, an online thrift store, says the stigma around buying secondhand is starting to disappear, with it becoming more mainstream.
Because value is king with consumers, this is a great way for them to extend their dollar and get more for their money. Secondhand is also a way to sort of cut through the noise of the ordinary and find more unique items that tell a story, items that are more personal.
Other ways to save. Start early to take advantage of end-of-summer clearance sales. Don't wait until Black Friday. Use reward credit cards, taking advantage of cash back or points. And to keep your holiday shopping from turning into a financial horror show, remember, for your debit card, know your balance, don't overdraft and suffer fees. For your credit card, even if you have a high limit, don't spend beyond your budget. And with buy now, pay later options, try not to use them for discretionary spending that can quickly add up.
Very easy to forget say 2 out of the 20 small purchases with different payment due dates that you made from a few months ago. And once you have missed payments, they may get reported to the credit bureaus.
In Washington, Michael Yoshida.
That's Look at Your Consumer News. We'll send it over to Art now. He's got an update on our forecast.
The holidays. We get into it right now, holding on to the possibility of increasing clouds this early morning. Temperatures still in the 30s right now, 41 though in Viroqua. We'll hold on to 39 on La Crosse, 37 in Eau Claire this current morning. Holding on to, well, you can see a few serious clouds kind of moving into the forecast there. Holding on to absolutely beautiful as well. That's going to be beautiful for sunrise as well. Getting into how this all shapes up for Eau Claire, you're holding on to cloudier skies in the forecast right now. Still 37 degrees, not much change because of that cloud field, still keeping us nice and cozy there. Holding on to at least as we go into the morning hours, 38 degrees for La Crosse, getting into at least 62 degrees later on for the day. Holding on to those milder and sunny skies as well as we finish out the afternoon with more clouds increasing later on in the day. 36 degrees for Eau Claire under the cloudier skies. Chilly start this early morning, giving way to 61 as you go right back into it. Some sunshine and milder conditions for you. You'll get back into it with these clouds moving through the region slowly but surely from west to east, getting out of the region there. You can see a few more clouds sneak by the 10 o'clock hour, holding on to the possibility of more of that sunshine coming back again with more clouds coming in from the northwest out of Canada. We'll continue to hold on to that as we finish out going to the 4 o'clock hour or so. We're seeing clouds increase, so it takes us back to mostly cloudy skies to finish your afternoon. Then eventually we get into the evening hours. You're holding on to some increase of cloud cover up to the north there as you get by Ladysmith and all the way out of the region. But a nice little break comes in for La Crosse going to the 7 o'clock hour with decreasing clouds for areas south along I-90. That continues as we go right into it here with a little bit extra cloud cover sneaking back in, and then finishing out going to the overnight hours. We'll see some clouds continue to decrease going into tomorrow. We'll hold on some breezy and gusty winds. For now, though, we'll see these winds coming out of the south for this morning, going into the afternoon, and then eventually tapering down going by the 3 o'clock hour. So highs for Wednesday, you'll see temperatures in the 50s, still above seasonal average right there, holding on to 52 to 56 degrees. Everybody's above seasonal average, getting all the way in there. Thursday night, we've got some shower activity. It's about a 50% chance moving in the forecast. That may carry over into your Friday early morning. Then eventually once again coming in for Saturday with a mix of rain and snow in the forecast. First we start off with some showers, then we go into some rain and snow mix going to finish your Saturday going into your early Sunday. But for now, Thursday, it's got a possibility of some showers. You can see not much is showing it right here, but I always expect the graphic is going to actually show that there may be some rainfall kicking in across the region. Then we get into your Friday. You can see as we go all the way into the finish out to the evening hours, holding on to some more of that snowfall coming back into Rusk County. Then eventually that ticks out, goes over to the river, and in fact we're only seeing about a tenth of an inch or less after all that I just showed you. Then eventually we go into this, how this all plays out for you. Seasonal average temperatures and milder conditions today, getting well above seasonal averages as you can see to finish out the rest of the work week. Breezy night as we go into the breezy night into in the evening hours going into tomorrow as well for Wednesday. Then eventually we'll hold on to some more of that breeze coming back again for Thursday. Then night showers come back again going into your Friday with milder conditions. Then snowfall, well, we'll call it rainfall first, then snowfall for late night getting into the overnight hours. And for Sunday, we could see a chance of showers coming back again. Cooler conditions for your Monday, maybe a little breezy as well going for your Tuesday. On Veterans Day, looks pretty nice under mostly cloudy skies.
Thank you, Art. Just ahead, could your sleep supplement be putting your heart at risk? The troubling new research on melatonin coming up, and the FDA restricting some fluoride supplements. Not everyone agrees with the move. We'll have the latest on the decades-long debate.
Coming up in sports, the latest on Packers tight end Tucker Kraft, plus a Bucs buzzer beater you won't want to miss. That and more coming up in the Morning Blitz.
During the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, get up to an extra 15% off sale prices. Right now, this sectional is just $29.49. Plus, get 3 years special financing. And Christmas decor is 50% off. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
Help your pup feel their best with water therapy at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Our heated pool is perfect for recovery, mobility, and gentle exercise. Book your dog's splash session today at booktopdog.com. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Right now, get a great deal on the durable Kubota RTVX. When there's work to do and a reputation to uphold, it's built to haul it all and do it all. Half-ton capabilities with attachments to get the job done right. It's North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 1.99% APR for up to 36 months, or save up to $300.
Visit us today and experience the difference.
Dutch Boy, it's only paint. It's only paint that comes with Stain Shield technology and an anti-scuff formula. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only durable, luxurious, change your life both professionally and romantically. Dutch Boy paint.
Grandma's regular turkey is like, all right. But Arby's succulent, deep-fried to a crispy, perfect turkey is like, all right. Arby's, we have the meats.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
During Veterans Day at Home Sleep Express, get up to $900 savings on select Beautyrest Black mattress sets and pay no interest for 5 years. Plus, get free white glove delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Sleep first class on a Beautyrest Black mattress from Home Sleep Express.
Beautiful, isn't it? Reminds us of why we live here. But when it comes time for this to become this, you can trust that we'll warn you first. First Warn Weather on News 8 Now. News 8 Now Sports.
Welcome to the Morning Blitz. The following days after a Packer loss is never fun for Wisconsin fans, especially after a loss in Lambeau to a middling Carolina Panthers team. It was such an odd afternoon. The Packers had just 7 drives the entire game and got to Carolina's 25-yard line 6 out of those 7 times, but yet finished the game with just 13 points. The offense was moving the ball almost 400 yards of total offense, but there were just too many red zone mistakes. On the first drive of the game, Savion Williams fumbled at the 15-yard line. Then in the third quarter, Brandon McManus missed a 43-yard field goal. And in the fourth quarter, the Packers turned the ball over on downs instead of going for a field goal on 4th and 8 from the Panthers' 13. Green Bay didn't punt the entire game, but they scored just 1 touchdown on 5 red zone trips, something that must change if the Packers want to be a winning football team.
I feel like we left probably like 28 points, 21 points out on the field today. So, I mean, it's hard to beat any team in the NFL when you don't capitalize in the red zone. So, you got to watch film and clean that part up.
You know, we were able to move the ball up and down the field, but we would stall out, turnovers, penalties, just a lot of stuff. Just, I think we were doing it to ourselves more than anything, too. So, definitely frustrating.
To make matters worse, during the third quarter on Sunday, Packers tight end Tucker Kraft left the game with a knee injury, and it was announced yesterday afternoon that he suffered a torn ACL and will miss the remainder of the regular season. A huge blow to the offense as Kraft led the team in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns.
Tuck's a guy that he's not going to flinch, and that's why we love him. I mean, he's a hell of a player, hell of a teammate, hell of a guy. I'm bummed for him. I'm bummed for us. But it's part of it. And it's got to be that next man up mentality. And
there's still a lot of season left, and the Packers are still at the top of the NFC North with a 5-2-1 record. But they'll have to play a lot better next week as they're hosting defending Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, for Monday Night Football. All right, Bucks on the road in Indiana last night for a playoff rematch. This one tied late in the fourth, but check this out. Giannis with a fadeaway and cashes it in at the buzzer. What a shot. Milwaukee Bucks improved to 5-2 on the season as they win 117-115. Giannis finished with 33 points, 13 rebounds, and that game winner. The Timberwolves, they were on the road as well in Brooklyn. They got the win 125-109. College basketball is back starting yesterday. The Badgers started the year ranked 24th in the AP polls. Wisconsin was hosting Campbell Fighting Camels. Badgers took care of business, getting the win 96-64. John Blackwell had a team-high 31 points in the win. We'll have more on that game later this evening. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you then.
During the Black Friday sales event going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $400 on select Sealy adjustable mattress sets. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving the Cross a good night's sleep for over 40 years.
Looking for extraordinary savings on fine jewelry? Visit House Diamond Jewelers in downtown La Crosse. Save up to 70% off diamonds, gemstones, and gold jewelry during this limited time event. Inventory is going fast. When it's gone, it's gone. Hurry in to House Diamond Jewelers today.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
We see you out there making your own kind of magic. From the unique gifts you give to the one-of-a-kind ways you celebrate. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we help make it happen.
It's Mom!
With great prices on what you need for the season. Right now, during our Toyland sale, Crayola Magic Light Brush Kits are $21.99. Get a free $5 gift card with every $50 toy purchase. Plus, this Milwaukee 2-tool combo kit, $60 off.
He's so cute.
Best Christmas ever?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Convenience is a big factor. We're right here in Onalaska.
We're local. You know, we've been here for a long time. We take all insurances. We service and repair many different makes and models of hearing aids. Even if you didn't get your hearing aids with us, we'd be happy to take a look at them.
If your hearing aid is still under warranty, we can do some warranty work for you there.
You know, just walk in. You know, you don't have to have an appointment. I'm happy to help if I can.
Our family is helping your family. Better Hearing Center, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
Looking for extraordinary savings on fine jewelry? Visit House Diamond Jewelers in downtown La Crosse. Save up to 70% off diamonds, gemstones, and gold jewelry during this limited time event. Inventory is going fast. When it's gone, it's gone. Hurry in to House Diamond Jewelers today.
During the Black Friday sales event going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $900 on select Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 40 years.
Increasing clouds this early morning. You can see right behind you there with more clouds on the way. More about this in just a moment.
Breaking news, Dick Cheney has died at 84. We'll have more on the life of the former vice president. And day 35 of the government shutdown set to be the longest in our nation's history. What lawmakers are doing to end it. Netflix's Monsters revisiting Ed Gein's ties to a haunting La Crosse cold case. News 8's Grace Monk unravels the mystery next. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. On this Tuesday, November 4th, we'll have more on that breaking news in just a moment. But first, we'll check in with meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's tracking our forecast for us today. What can we expect out there on this Tuesday, Art?
How about a few clouds, some sunshine, a few more clouds, and more sunshine? Yeah, we'll see how that all plays out for us. You can see a city cam looking right now, pretty good right now, holding on to some clouds. A few high cirrus out there right now. Looks beautiful, going to sunrise as well. But the beautiful fall colors for Eau Claire showing off right there with light winds this early morning there. Giving way to 37 degrees for you with more high clouds on the way. You can still see them filling up along I-94 as well as getting down towards I-90. That will continue through the afternoon. In and out of those clouds we go. Temperatures in the 30s, still holding on to at least a 41 by Viroqua. We'll have clouds increasing, as you can see, for La Crosse. Most cloudy skies to cloudier conditions, giving way to partly cloudy skies by the 9 o'clock hour with more sunshine on the way for you. Then eventually Eau Claire, on the other hand, will keep the clouds for a while, give into mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies leading into your afternoon. And eventually you will all be getting this sunshine, you can see, but more clouds return by the 4 o'clock hour for us, and that continues into your evening commute as well. Eau Claire will follow suit with that as well, holding on for mostly sunny all the way to partly cloudy to cloudier skies. High temperatures today, 57 to at least 62 to 64 degrees in your forecast. More about that coming up for you when I return.
Thank you, Art. Some breaking news we're following this morning. Former Vice President Dick Cheney has died at 84. His family announcing that early this morning. They say he died from complications from pneumonia, heart disease, and vascular disease. He served 2 terms as VP under George W. Bush and was widely considered one of the architects of the Iraq War. CNN Sunlen Serfati has more on the life of Cheney.
Richard Bruce Cheney forged an identity as a no-nonsense, loyal gatekeeper for George W. Bush, through whom access and influence flowed.
I picked him because he's strong, he's steady, and he gets the job done.
Cheney was a seasoned Washington insider long before becoming vice president. He began his public service career in the Nixon administration and then became chief of staff for President Gerald Ford. In 1978, Cheney was elected to Congress from his home state of Wyoming. He spent a decade there until the first President Bush asked him to serve as Secretary of Defense. After President Bush lost re-election, Cheney became head of the oil services giant Halliburton. It was a job that kept him steeped in foreign policy, and later the job became a lightning rod for his critics. When George W. Bush secured the Republican nomination in 2000, he tasked Cheney with vetting candidates for vice president, but ultimately offered him the job. Cheney's health was a major concern. He'd had 3 mild heart attacks and a quadruple bypass before he was 50, and suffered another heart attack shortly after the 2000 election.
I've got a doctor that follows me around 24 hours a day that comes with a job as vice president.
His health continued to be an issue once he was out of office. In 2012, at the age of 71, Cheney underwent a heart transplant. In the Bush administration, Cheney was considered a hawk who was instrumental in the decision to invade Iraq. Cheney believed history would prove they made the right move.
What we did in Iraq and taking down Saddam Hussein was exactly the right thing to do.
During the second term of the Bush administration, Cheney would find himself at the center of controversy when his chief of staff, I. Scooter Libby, was sentenced to prison in connection with the leak of a CIA agent's name. The president commuted Libby's sentence but did not pardon him, a move sought by some conservatives. Late in his career, Cheney admitted he differed from many in his party on the issue of gay marriage.
As many of you know, one of my daughters is gay. I think people ought to be free to enter into any kind of union they wish.
In his 2011 memoir, Cheney accused Secretary of State Colin Powell of seeking to undermine President Bush by expressing doubts about the Iraq War. He also said Powell's successor, Condoleezza Rice, misled the president about negotiations with North Korea. Both have disputed the claims. Cheney had no interest in running for president after leaving office, but he continued to be an outspoken voice for the Republican Party. In Washington, I'm Sunlen Serfati.
Closer to home this morning, a major development plan could transform downtown La Crosse, adding hundreds of new housing units and a public market. That proposal goes before a city committee today. News 8's Seth Padilla is live at City Hall with the details for us. Good morning, Seth.
Good morning, Alexandra. The J&A committee will meet today to discuss that proposal, and it could mean some big changes for downtown La Crosse. The plan aims to revitalize vacant lots while enhancing existing businesses. It includes adding 500 new housing units and creating a public market near the Oktoberfest grounds. One official believes the additions would benefit the community.
If those things were added to the area, I don't think it would be some incredibly massive, terrible change in the character of our community. I think it would be a value add in a lot of ways.
The proposal also suggests aesthetic updates to the Oktoberfest grounds, a major tourism draw. Now, these are all still concepts. The city would need permission from business owners to move forward. Live at City Hall, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you for that, Seth. We will let you know what happens at tonight's meeting. Meanwhile, President Trump saying his administration set to restart SNAP benefits for November at half of the normal level. Taking a live look at the White House now. That move taps into SNAP's $5 billion contingency fund, but the USDA warns that some states may not see even partial benefits for weeks or could be months. Democrats argue that organization does have the authority to continue full SNAP payments despite the ongoing shutdown.
The courts must make sure that full benefits are restored.
Cost over $9 billion to fund SNAP for a month, and we only have, I think it's $5.2 billion in the contingency fund. So you have a big shortfall.
The Senate is expected to vote for a 14th time today on a measure to reopen the government. If it doesn't reopen, the shutdown will become the longest in our nation's history. And the gridlock comes as communities are trying to bridge the gap. News 8 Now's Allison Fergit takes a closer look at local opportunities to keep your family fed.
From chain stores to small family-owned spots, local businesses across the Coulee region are doing their part to help families impacted by the government shutdown. In Wisconsin, nearly 700,000 residents are waiting for food benefits to start up again.
We really just wanted to make sure that nobody went hungry during these uncertain times.
This week, all Hy-Vees will offer free meals to kids 12 and under between 4 and 7 p.m. The same meals will be available to everyone else for $3.
We're just trying to provide people one good option throughout the day to make sure that they have a meal in their bellies so they stay full.
For residents looking to help, Hy-Vee is offering meal bags people can purchase. Those will be donated directly to local food banks.
We're in business because this community is here and we want to support them however we can. And this was one small way that we thought that we could make a difference.
Over in Vernon County, the Viroqua Family Restaurant is offering free kids meals for those who need it.
Everybody's trying to help out, especially for kids that are affected. It's very sad. It's, they're our future and you can't really learn on an empty stomach.
Adults can also ask for the Community Support Special, which is a full order of biscuits and gravy. Salou says the deal is a way to say thanks to the community that's always been there for them.
We feel very blessed to have a community that supports us and not only to have me be able to take care of my family, but all my employees here and to be able to give back. It feels very good.
One Viroqua area resident decided to have her birthday lunch at the Viroqua Family Restaurant to show support for the deal.
Our community always has been, take care of the kids. And I think everybody's had times when we could use a little extra. So we'll be helping out where we can.
Now, there are a number of other organizations that are offering free meals throughout the week. We'll have information about those available on our website. Reporting in Viroqua, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now.
In our medical news today, the FDA is limiting fluoride supplements for kids following a push from the controversial Make America Healthy Again Commission. That agency says kids under 3 and those at low cavity risk should avoid the supplements. But many experts argue fluoride is safe when used properly, worrying the move could hurt oral health. The FDA says it's balancing the latest evidence to ensure safe and effective use. And long-term melatonin use may be linked to a higher risk of heart failure, according to a new study. Researchers found people taking the popular sleep supplement for at least a year had more than triple the risk compared to non-users. Experts say if you take melatonin regularly, talk to your doctor. That was a look at your medical news. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Maxwell White Plumbing stands behind every bathroom remodel. With over 700 5-star reviews, we guarantee you're going to love your new bathroom. And for a limited time, offering financing with 0% interest for 48 months. So call today.
Plantar fasciitis feels like pointed, sharp pain. It just hurts all the time. It feels like your foot is squeezing on itself. When I drove past the Good Feet store, I thought, I'm gonna stop in. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet that were personally fitted just for me. Then it was like, okay, this is something special. These make a difference.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Do you want free internet? Forever? You got it. Really. We mean it. Spectrum is offering free fiber-powered internet forever. Want it? Just call this number and switch 4 mobile lines to Spectrum for a lifetime of internet you never pay for. It's not a trial. It's an unprecedented offer. So we'll say it again. Free fiber-powered internet forever. Have you called yet? Because your internet is forever. But this ad ends now.
We hear it all the time. A company gives a homeowner a quote for replacement windows. When the homeowner hesitates, they drop the price by almost 50% if they sign today. Makes you wonder why they didn't offer that price to begin with.
They called us for a second opinion. Our price, over $5,000 less, without the sales games and for better windows.
At Clear Choice, we believe in honest pricing, no pressure, and quality you can trust.
Don't get pressured into a bad deal. Call us today.
Choose Clear Choice or something less.
Even on an antidepressant, there are days I feel stuck in my head. Depression symptoms like sadness and low energy can hold me back. I wanted to break through. I asked about Vraylar. Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant significantly reduces overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, nausea, constipation, insomnia, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
We were in the beginning process of figuring out what we wanted to do to remodel 2 bathrooms. It was so helpful to be able to walk into the trailer and feel like you can envision that in your own home.
Well, good morning to you. As we go for the kids going to school today, we're looking at, again, temperatures in the upper 30s, giving way to at least mostly sunny skies to finish the day. And then eventually we'll see by the time we get in the 4 o'clock hour, those clouds will start to increase back to mostly cloudy skies. For Eau Claire, on the other hand, mid-30s with the cloudier skies. The chilly start this early morning, giving way to this, though, 61 degrees to mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies to finish out your afternoon, giving way to this, holding on to the zones, picking up at least some sunshine to at least some partly cloudy skies in the forecast as you go all the way from Shelby, looking pretty good for you at 62 degrees. Back down to Prairie du Chien, you'll hold on to 64 degrees there. Then back all the way up to La Crescent, you'll see mostly sunny skies for that area. And then eventually you're looking at 62 degrees for you there. Back to La Crosse at 62 degrees, Trempealeau at 62, holding on to at least mostly cloudy skies to partly cloudy skies in the forecast. Eventually you'll see that all the way up to Osseo as well with cloudier skies there at 61 degrees. You'll also be picking up by Eau Claire, holding on to at least partly to mostly cloudy skies, giving way to cloudier skies up by Ladysmith, where temperatures are running from 57 to at least 62 degrees. All right, so we get into it. You'll see these clouds continue to track across the region. Some of that filling in from the north all the way down to the south as well, from Minneapolis getting in that as well. They open up the skies for them, holding on across the river. You see most of the clouds are here. Then eventually we're seeing more clouds start to fill in by Ladysmith once again by the 1 o'clock hour in the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine down along I-90. Then eventually the clouds come back around the 4 o'clock hour. We fill it in back to mostly cloudy skies as we go. Then eventually that drier slot comes right back in from the southwest, opening up the skies for us a little bit for La Crosse, holding on to at least partly cloudy skies to finish out the evening hours. Eventually you'll see a few more clouds try to drift back again as we go into the 10 o'clock hour. Then eventually those clouds will still fill in again in the overnight hours by at least the midnight hour, getting into cloudier skies. And then eventually we'll see more clouds decrease for the day. Winds coming up from the south will be a little bit breezy and gusty, getting up to about, say, 23 miles per hour. And as we go into tomorrow, though, we'll see even winds stronger as we go through the morning hours. We'll see winds up to 37 miles per hour, I should say 33 miles per hour, excuse me, from at least 25 to about 37, 33 miles per hour. So you'll see more sunshine giving way for the day. You'll also hold on to the possibility of, again, highs for Wednesday to pick up again above seasonal averages from at least the low 50s to at least the middle 50s in the forecast to possibly upper 50s. And then eventually you'll see some rainfall for Thursday night coming back again, possibly spilling over into Friday. Eventually we'll see some Saturday rainfall turning into a mix of rain and snow to go all the way into the evening and overnight and finish out going to Sunday morning. You'll see that cloud cover kind of fill in there as you go into Thursday. You'll see this batch right here from this kind of kicking out, but this also extends all the way down toward the south, and that's what you're not seeing right now, but that will be there. More snow potential coming in for Friday for Rusk County, going towards Chippewa Valley as well in Wausau. That begins to break down eventually as we go into the Friday night, and we'll see maybe a 1/10 of an inch or less in the forecast. So not a lot right now hitting the ground because we still have some drier air down to the south as high pressure continues to still build all the way down through southern Illinois. We'll pick up again 60s, then the 50s, tapering down gradually as we go into your Saturday, holding on to temperatures for 43 degrees to 36 as you go to finish out your weekend. Cooler conditions prevail all the way into Monday as well. Temperatures for 43 degrees going into your Veterans Day. That's a look at your forecast. Alexandra, back to you.
All right. Thank you for that. Stay with us. We've got what you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your morning news now is just after the break.
During the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, get up to an extra 15% off sale prices. Right now, this sectional is just $29.49. Plus, get 3-year special financing. And Christmas decor is 50% off. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
We really care about our employees and their families, and then also the community as a whole.
We have a lot of really good employees. It's like a family around here.
The customer is always number one. That's always our goal, to get them running.
Having Carrier as our main product, with the support that they give us, the commitment to their product, to our people, is outstanding.
From the first call that you make, we'll take care of you every step of the way.
And air conditioning, your comfort is our business.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Find happiness. Find something familiar and new. Find connection. Find culture. Find community. Find yourself at the La Crosse Symphony.
Don't miss Songs of Freedom, November 15th, sponsored by Advisors Management Group. Tickets available at lacrossesymphony.org.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Illuminate your outdoor spaces and add safety to your home with Lithonia Security Lighting. Integrated LED lights save time and money with no bulbs to replace. Get this motion-sensing floodlight for $34.97 after rebate. Create a relaxing atmosphere with Sylvania's white filament LED light bulbs. They offer a vintage look with modern efficiency and look great off and on. Now, only $444 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
It's the Veterans Day mattress sale at Home Sleep Express. Get up to an extra 15% off sale prices plus 3-year special financing on quality mattress brands including Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep during the Veterans Day mattress sale going on now at Home Sleep Express.
The forecast is always changing.
It's very important to keep it updated and looking towards the future.
I do like 2 in the morning and 2 in the late morning. It's fun because I feel like I'm talking to someone out there and relating myself, the weather, and what they need to know.
There's a lot more information on there available, and it's constantly updated, and we're one of the few around here that really updates that constantly with new information.
Online weather updates from First Warn Weather, streaming on News 8000, the app, and 8+. Expect more. The News 8+ app. Local news on your time. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Mini cows in Michigan are helping people with their mental health. The cows at Mini Mitten Acres Farm are big versions of therapy dogs. Look how fluffy that one is. Doctors say the act of touching and caring for an animal can have a powerful effect on the brain. Time now is 6:54. Time for your morning news now. We start with that breaking news. Former Vice President Dick Cheney has died at 84. His family announced early this morning he died from complications from pneumonia, heart disease, and vascular disease. Cheney served 2 terms as VP under George W. Bush. He was widely considered one of the architects of the Iraq War. And President Trump says his administration will restart SNAP benefits for November at half the normal level. That move tapping into SNAP's $5 billion contingency fund. The USDA warns some states may not see even partial benefits for weeks or months.
The courts must make sure that full benefits are restored.
Cost over $9 billion to fund SNAP for a month, and we only have, I think it's $5.2 billion in the contingency fund. So you have a big shortfall.
The Senate is expected to vote once again today for the 14th time on a measure to reopen the government. If it doesn't, the shutdown will become the longest in U.S. history.
All right, as the day progresses in and out of the clouds for us, we'll hold on to 62 degrees for our high, giving way to 50s to finish out the work week, going into cooler conditions sliding into your weekend and beyond, where snow could be a part of our forecast, getting into rainfall for Saturday first, then the nighttime Saturday rain mix going into snow as we finish out going from Saturday into Sunday, then a low chance of getting that all into Sunday afternoon, though, with cooler conditions leading into Monday.
Oh my gosh, I better enjoy the 62 today.
Yes,
That's a
indeed.
steep drop headed our way.
100%.
All right, 'tis the season. Thank you, Art, and thank you for waking up with us. Coming up at noon after Dick Cheney's death at the age of 84, we'll take a look at the life of the former vice president and some reaction pouring in. We'll see you back here at noon.